right, Thursday morning, Mornings in the Word. Thank you for watching. And today we are continuing in James 3. We're going to be looking at James 3, the last half of it, 13 through 18. And we're going to be looking at some more wisdom. I've done a couple videos about wisdom, but this is James contrasting the two wisdoms that are in our world today. And there may be some other people who think they have wisdom, but he's contrasting godly wisdom and earthly wisdom, and kind of showing the difference. So what we're going to do is I've already made the list here. I read ahead a little bit and made a list here of what James says here, but we'll read it and then we'll contrast the two wisdoms, and then we'll see where we're at and which one we line up with more accurately. So here we go. True wisdom comes from God. If you are wise and understand God's ways, prove it by living an honorable life, doing good works with humility that comes from wisdom. But if you are bitterly jealous and there is selfish ambition in your heart, don't cover up the truth with boasting and lying. For jealousy and selfishness are not God's kind of wisdom. Such things are earthly, unspiritual, and demonic. For wherever there is jealousy and selfish ambition, there you will find disorder and evil of every kind. But the wisdom from above is first of all pure. It is also peace-loving, gentle at all times, and willing to yield to others. It is full of mercy and good deeds. It shows no favoritism and is always sincere. And those who are peacemakers will plant seeds of peace and reap a harvest of righteousness. Okay, so I forgot one here. Okay, so there's a lot of adjectives in there, a lot of descriptive words put in there, like lots and lots of them, and that's why I wanted to make this list, is because there's so much in just these 5 verses that, like, sometimes it helps to just kind of break things down on paper. A lot of people comprehend better when they can see it, listed out and written out, easy to understand. So that's what I've done here. Okay, I don't know if we'll be able to see this on the screen or not, but okay, wisdom is the top. I've got godly on be my right, and then earthly on this side. Okay, so godly wisdom. These are the things that James categorizes as godly wisdom. And then kind of think, how many of these characteristics describe you? Okay, an honorable life, good works or deeds, humble, pure, peace-loving, gentle, yielding to others, mercy, no favoritism, and sincere. All right, that's what James categorizes as godly wisdom. Those traits are all, and there's probably more, but those are the ones that James mentions here. Okay, now we'll flip it to the other side of earthly wisdom. Okay, bitterly jealous, selfish, boasting, lying, disorder, evil of every kind, unspiritual, and demonic. Now, when I looked at the list, I wanted to line up here with the godly side 100% and just be, well, I'm right down this whole list. But to be honest, I don't think any of us are always right down the side of godly wisdom. I think even on our best day, we're still dipping over here to the earthly wisdom. We might try to stay right here in this column, but we may have an honorable life. We may be humble. We may have certain qualities, but we're also selfish sometimes. I'm also jealous sometimes. There's probably a combination of back and forth. But our goal, and what James is talking about here, is to stay right here in this column of godly wisdom. An honorable life. We try as we might to have an honorable life. There's always going to be people that are trying to tear us down, and we make mistakes. But an honorable life isn't it isn't a sum of our mistakes. That's not what makes our life. We're forgiven. You know, we know that through Jesus Christ, our sins are forgiven as far as the east is from the west. So if every day we're pursuing righteousness and we're trying to lead others that way, I think that's an honorable life. I mean, to say, well, it's not an honorable life if you've ever sinned or if you've done wrong, none of us would have an honorable life at that point. So, you know, there's room for improvement for all of us. I know that for sure, according to James' definitions of wisdom here, and being more on the godly side than the earthly side. But keep that in mind today, and maybe read James 3:13 through 18, and just make your list and see, okay, which list describes you better, or which list are you kind of spending your day working out of. And it's kind of eye-opening. Definitely, it's eye-opening to me. You know, that earthly wisdom, and boy, people are sure that earthly wisdom is good too. Like it is. Some people are so sure that, you know, look at our government. Lying, disorder, evil, unspiritual. Those are all things that could describe the government at any given time. No, not always. I'm not saying it's always that way, but our country is definitely heading that direction, and that's kind of the direction that's being more widely accepted. So, but not for God. God still is looking for godly wisdom and the honorable life and the humility and the pure and the peace-loving and the yielding to others and being merciful. Those are all things that God is looking for. So let's be let's be godly wise and not earthly wise in Jesus' name. Tell somebody about Jesus today. Come to church, Whole Life Church on US 12 or across from the Dollar General. We start at 10 a.m. on Sundays. We'll see you there.